Right, so the next item on the chopping block here is the Coco clipper. It says it has 2 hours of runtime. It has a brushless motor, which is the same as the Saber clipper and Saber trimmer. It's got some graphite steel blades and yada yada. The rest is, probably pretty standard. So let's just go ahead and open this thing up. By the way, these weren't too cheap. I'm not sure what they cost individually. But I paid $350 for both the clipper and the trimmer. So apparently you don't want to use this one until, oh, that lever's pretty premium. But you don't want to use this one. Oh, it comes with a taper blade. Oh, we're making friends already. And it looks like it just has a regular proprietary charger, which kind of sucks. I would love to see a USB or some other means of charging it. It's pretty big compared to the Instinct. I mean, look how big that is. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I actually kind of like the size of it. Feels pretty good. And let's see what else we get in the box. I don't know much about this company, y'all. If you guys know more than I do about them, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Oh, I like this. I like the fact that they give us this screwdriver right here. I love when companies include a screwdriver. It makes it a little bit easier to set, gap, adjust. And it looks like we got a little bit of a micro USB thing. So I wonder if I could charge that with the Gamma mat. That would be cool. And what else is in here? Okay, there's our charging block. And you get a little brush, which I actually love to use these. I like to keep these. These are great for doing enhancements. And this one is actually a little bit larger. It'd be a perfect little enhancement brush. So let's see what the zero gap looks like. It is not even close to zero gap. So it says digital gap. I don't care. I do this for a living. And I would like this a little bit closer than that. Bam. Right about there. That's digital gap for you right there. That's Mr. Eddie Barber, YouTube Barber Academy, 20 years of digitally zero gapping these clippers. Just to clear up any misconceptions, because there's a lot of rumors flying around about these. But essentially what it means is it's set as close and as straight as it could be, supposedly, out of the box. And I think they're more so referring to the trimmer. I don't think they're referring to the clipper, because this was set way far back. You guys just seen this unboxing is real. I did not open this prior to, and I got this a lot closer now than it was. So just kind of guessing these are just words that they're throwing around. See what these guards look like. All right, they're kind of like the wall premium guards. Snap on, feel pretty secure. So I got my Gamma dubs. I'd be pretty happy if that fit on these. Oh, it does. Cool. So it fits wall. It obviously fits the Gamma dubs. And let's go ahead and plug it in and let's see what this thing's got. Strolling in late. What time is it?
Terrible haircut.
Check that watch.
I'm a minute early. 1 minute early.
You've never been early.
Put it on my tab.
Listen, I got to get this on video. You've never been early. Got an open position. So yeah, you're going to find out real quick here that I'm not going to be able to get out this harsh line with the taper blade, which is not unusual. I mean, that happens with really a lot of different taper blades, but the JRL taper blade is just so much better than this. The Gamma taper blade, so much better than this. I wouldn't have struggled near as much, and you're going to see towards the end of this haircut, I'm definitely going to have to pick up my Sabers, which it actually has a Vapor blade. So this was actually my very first day using it. I used it quite a bit, pretty much until the battery died. I don't believe I wanted to charge it or use it that much more afterwards. So it does have an all metal body. It feels kind of premium. It feels like if I was to drop this clipper, it would probably be okay. The blade, it definitely could use a little bit of an upgrade on the blade, and the fact that it has a digital brushless motor, which is a very premium motor, was kind of surprising that it only came in at 2 hours of runtime. So I checked their website. It looks like Worth Barber Supply doesn't currently carry them, but I would check with them first. They come in at about $160. I just don't think I see that being a great value proposition right now. I mean, maybe this company has some room to grow, but no different charging options, no stand, and not really having that premium of guards. I mean, the guards are okay.
And if you guys didn't check out the Babelist double foil review, actually wound me up in jail. You guys could check that out. That was kind of a funny video. But we did a review on that. And then also I got the Onyx, and you see me using the Coco trimmer, which is kind of their main thing they made the most noise with. So you guys see me using that there in that clip. And we are doing that review also as we speak.
I've actually had this for a while. Ever since the Punta Gorda Barber Expo, we've seen a lot of competing, and I seen the Coco booth, and really this was actually my first time ever even seeing them in person. First thing you're gonna notice is it says digital gap. The fact that it said digital gap, that's the thing that made me very curious. I was like, what does that mean? Is it actually able to zero gap itself? And the answer is no. The answer is supposedly at the factory, they actually use something to zero gap this clipper so that all the clippers will come out the same. And I actually still moved it up a little bit because it was actually set back further than I wanted to work with it. Now, if you guys know anything about the channel, you know that I'm a big fan of taper blades, but this taper blade is a little bit too wide towards the top, and I did have some trouble getting out like some really harsh skin lines. It has a digital brushless motor, which I initially thought the digital brushless motor would have provided me some really good runtime because that's how it is with the Saber. That's the only other clipper that I use that has that, and it's one of my favorite. 6-hour runtime with that Saber. So I thought due to the size of this, I thought that it would be a little better, but it's only 2 hours. And I really do like the lever construction. They have a really nice lever on this clipper. It's metal, it feels solid, the clicks feel solid, and it feels okay in the hand, but it does kind of feel like just, I don't know, some ergonomic thing about it. I'm not in love with the total shape of it, and I could probably do without the hanging hook being so long. I don't know if anybody's hanging these clippers anymore, but I don't know why companies still insist on leaving this little loop on here. I don't think anybody's really gonna do that with cordless clippers. If you hang your clippers, man, drop a comment down below. We gotta have a talk. All in all, how does it perform? All right, it performed reasonably well. I would say I was able to do most haircuts okay with it, but when it came to clipper over comb, it was definitely underpowered. There was some hair that it snagged on, and for the most part, it just became a little bit difficult to work with. It was a combination of the blade and the clipper. Personally, this is not really my favorite clipper, but I actually think there's some room for improvement, and they got a lot of this stuff right. So looking forward to see what they come up with in the future. But for me, just due to the lower runtime and the other better options that are out there in about the same price point, I think that I would probably pass on this. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want to stick around, in the next video, we're going to be reviewing the Coco trimmer, which is actually a much better unit than this, and I actually enjoyed using it. If you guys haven't seen it, I actually did a review on the JRL Onyx, and I just want to do a little sound test between the two. Sound test on the Coco. Sound test on the Onyx. I don't know how that comes across in camera, but the Coco is definitely a little bit louder, but by no means is it a loud clipper. That's been a review of the Coco clipper. I really appreciate you guys stopping in here and checking this out. Drop a comment down below if you got any questions, and we're going to move on to our next video. This is the YouTube Barber Academy. I'm Mr. Barber, and I'm out of here. Peace.